Well, St. Patrick's Day is almost here, and we want to get our green on, as you do, Joanne.
Of course.
And of course, we want to decorate for our celebrations, right?
Absolutely.
And we're here at Cup of Paint, and Joanne, you have a cute little idea for us.
Yes, I do. This is one of our little shelf sitters, and it could go on a shelf, on a counter, on your fireplace. You always want to do your back piece first so that that dries, so that you can glue the other stuff onto it, you know?
Yep.
So I'm going to start with what's called turf green. You want to always, when you're doing wood, light coats. Light coats are the best.
All right.
And like double coated, at least 2 coats.
Okay.
Sometimes you need 3. And I'm just going to brush it on here.
It's amazing the scarcity of paint that you need.
Yeah, you don't really
Right?
need a lot. You don't really need a lot. We do kits, and a lot of times people look at the paint that I give them in the kits, and they're like, is that enough? I'm like, yeah, plenty.
Don't worry.
Plenty, don't worry. So we got our 2 coats on here. We're good to go. We're gonna put this aside, and we'll work on our little pieces. So my stands, I like to just take a little tiny bit of this brown paint, and I'm gonna take a baby wipe and dip my baby wipe in there and just along the edge of this stand.
Okay.
And it gives it that nice light antique kind of brown.
Yeah,
I like an antique color.
Yeah, it depends
on what you want. If you wanted this real dark
Yep.
brown, you can paint it real dark brown.
Yep.
Let's take out that 24 karat gold.
It looks so good, though, that real shiny gold.
It is. It's really gorgeous.
beautiful.
So all of these shamrocks are engraved into there. So I just kind of like the look that it's just a coin.
Yeah.
You know, and you know our coins don't have color on it.
No.
Of course, if you wanted to paint those, you could. You can go over it with a light coat. It might look like it's going to not show up, but it will. Because like I said, that's engraved in the wood.
Yeah.
And if you get a little too much paint, like some of these look like I might have been a little heavy, you can come in with this pick and do your lines back in there. And then last, we're going to do our horseshoe with that too. That needs to be gold as well.
And we need the lucky horseshoe.
And we need, you need a little shimmer everywhere on here.
Yep.
Not just, we're going to do our shamrocks all in emerald. And again, this is another one of those metallic paints. I'm going to make his beard orange because why not? So that's the orange. We're going to pull out the black. I always like to use black last because you get black on something, you know, it's a hard color to recover from. I'm going to try my best to stay on that line there so that the gold, you know, because we want to do his buckle gold. Now it's time to assemble. So we're going to take, it's the fun part, right?
It comes to life.
Everything coming together. We're going to take this back. The glue we use dries very thick. It cures over 24 hours, but it'll stick. It's called quick and thick, so it's quick to dry, and it's thick so that you can do a nice coating on it, and it's a wood glue. And we do have these little lipstick applicators that we can use for this. So let's start the easy one. This horseshoe doesn't have any complications to it.
Right.
We're just going to put a light coat of the glue on the back of here. When you're working with this glue, you want to really be sure of where you put it because it dries so thick that there's no moving it once you get it once you get it down. So you have a little bit of time to wiggle it around.
Right, but not much.
And get it in there, but not much. And press it down.
Oh, I love it.
So
Boy, that shimmer really shows up.
It does, doesn't it? I love that shimmer.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it shows around the edges or anything like that. This glue dries crystal clear, so it's not going to show it. So now the last thing, I like to give my things a little bit of life. There's an option to always, like, you know, personalize this. If you wanted to, we have these little dotting tools that you could add polka dots to things.
Great.
Right today, I think I'm just going to use my paint markers. So we're going to outline all of our letters. Just kind of do that. Put around.
Yeah, that looks good. It shows up a lot.
You know, you could even do a little bit on your shamrock here, like maybe on every leaf. And that's it. Now, sometimes if the stands are bigger, you might not want to put it in the stand or glue it in the stand.
Right.
This is a little stand, so I'm gonna glue mine in the stand.
Right.
This has these little indentations here that, so we're gonna just put the glue all along those notches on the front, and we're just gonna, you know, push them in there. They fit perfectly.
Oh, I love it. Look at
And
that.
there it is.
That's terrific.
We are located in Exeter, Pennsylvania on 1701 Wyoming Avenue. We're in the back of the building. We offer classes in all of these wood signs. We also offer canvas paintings, wreath making. So we have a low party minimum of just 4 people, so you can come reserve the studio, come with a couple of friends, have a great time. We also have what we like to call open studio. which you can make a reservation if you're just one person and you want to do one sign. We usually do those on Tuesday nights. You make a reservation, you tell us what sign you want to make, and we'll have it ready for you.
Well, Joanne, thanks
Absolutely.
again.
Thank you so much
We
for
appreciate
coming.
it. You're welcome, and happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes, absolutely. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Thanks.
We'll see you next time on Home and Backyard.